Today we are talking about superpowers in marriage. I have no idea what to expect. Amy's got the lead on this, but it sounds intriguing.
You have
Superpowers
no
in marriage.
idea? No idea.
Are we going to talk about, the superpowers that maybe I have and that maybe you have and that other people have? I can't read your mind, so that's not a superpower.
That's not a superpower.
I can't, I don't
I
have,
wish you had that
I don't have
superpower.
X-ray vision, so I can't see through your clothes. Um, Don't have that
Wow, you
superpower. I
wish.
can't fly. Um, I'm sitting here thinking, what superpowers do I have in
Maybe come
marriage?
down to like the human realm, you know?
Oh, okay.
Every wife out there wishes that her husband could read her mind or like just go like this, and move their finger and have stuff be done, right? Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, probably not what we're talking about today. But I actually took this poll like a long time ago on like what people wish the superpower that they wish their like spouse had or wish they had.
Okay.
And I came up with like the top five most voted for superpowers on the husband side and the wife side. So I want to just
And it's not like mind reading or
no,
things like that.
no.
Okay, okay. I'll
And
just
I'm sure you can guess number one. We did a video on it like a month ago, a couple months
superpowers
ago.
that a husband
Should
wished.
we talk about the husbands first? Well, okay, before we jump into the husbands, um,
This is going to be just more of a fun episode,
this is
reading
kind of a
poll
fun episode.
answers.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
going to read poll answers. I've already
Entertaining.
created the list.
Okay.
Um, I feel like every spouse has like a superpower in their marriage. Like
Okay.
yours isn't, for me, is initiating. When I initiate, that's like a superpower for me,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And can you guess what yours is?
Mine for you?
Yeah,
I have no idea. I feel
no
like
idea.
I feel like I'm so well-rounded. Actually, that's not true. I'm saying that sarcastically. I have no idea what you would say.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly don't.
Wow, 23 years. He doesn't know. Okay.
But I don't know what you're gonna say my superpower is. Um,
I'm thinking that most of the wives listening will probably agree that like maybe even for the order that we came up with from our poll answers. So it'll be I would love for some feedback to come in and like emails and see what happens.
okay. All right.
We'll find out. So um knowing your spouse's superpower. So when I'm thinking superpower, I'm thinking like something that your spouse does that's just automatically like they feel so loved. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pause this. Okay, so we're gonna dive. You want to dive into the list?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say.
Okay, so to me, I thought a superpower was more like a unique strength each spouse brings that makes the relationship stronger. I wrote that down because I was like, I'm not gonna be able
A
to quote that again.
superpower is it so that I'm
So
strong?
a strength that you bring to the marriage that makes the relationship stronger is what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Okay. So
I honestly, I've thought about this a lot, and I'm being serious. Uh, you have all the strengths in our marriage, so I honestly don't know what strength I bring.
okay, we're gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about just Nick today. We're gonna
No,
talk
no, no,
about
no.
just
I know,
couples
I
in
know. I'm
general.
just saying, yeah, I'm sure there's other couples that feel like that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, this is why it's a good topic to go ask your spouse, like, what superpower do I have that makes our relationship stronger? Like, that's a great question. We're actually gonna have questions at the end too.
Okay,
So
let's dive
jumping
in.
ahead. Okay, this is from the wives. This is the kind of the top five that I'm like, these are the ones we're gonna talk about because they were the most voted on, okay? A husband has a superpower if he can do this one thing. Look and notice without being asked.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Does
one.
that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. That's a good
So
one.
like women are like a husband is like super not superhuman, but like super amazing if he can just walk into the room,
And
see what
notice that
needs to
something
be
needs to be
done,
done instead of
and
happen.
just doing instead of being like, make me a list. Well,
So,
what in the house needs cleaned? What is dirty? What do I need to do for Saturday chores? Like that kind of thing.
so what percentage of husbands have this superpower, and what percentage don't?
I wish I had those answers. What do
I
you think?
I would guess it's a pretty high percentage that don't have that
Don't
superpower.
have that superpower.
Mhm.
That is probably one of the biggest complaints.
I
Like on a
try.
not deep, not like on a not deep kind of scale.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, just like regular surface level
Like
kind of
we
issues.
always talk about this, and it's still something that has to be like I gotta push myself to do, right? Like remind myself, like, okay, look around, what needs to be done, and it's something we talk about all the
All
time.
the time.
So
Right. But you're pretty good at it. I feel like you have that superpower. But
I
you're also home all day long, and so you
for
live here
sure
all day long. Unlike most husbands that are at work all day, they come home, they're tired, they're like, they're just gonna look past some of that stuff because they don't care,
agreed,
maybe.
agreed,
You
yeah.
know, they don't care. Or
Hmm.
maybe they don't realize how much that means to their wife when they just kind of like start doing. Don't look,
Agreed. That's a good one.
don't ask, just do. Like that's a superpower. Men, you have a superpower when you can learn how to do that.
All right.
Now,
Ah, feeling good
now
so far.
you're saying that's not naturally easy,
No, it's not.
right?
It
For a
really
man
isn't.
that's just built different. When it comes
For
to an
most men, probably not. Some out there, maybe it does come
OCD,
easy, but for most
if
men, I
they're
would
OCD,
say
yeah.
naturally that does not come natural.
Yeah. So that would go correlate with for women, like I said, initiating. That doesn't usually come easy. That's something that takes work. So
Yeah,
you can
for
see how
sure.
both sides are equally like, I have to work at that. Like I'm not
And
super good at
again,
that.
we before we get all the hate, we recognize this is not across the board. We're
Right.
not saying it's across the
Right.
board. There's some of you out there that are probably like, well, it's not like that in my marriage.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's great.
That's great. These are just all for poll answers. So,
Yeah,
you know,
these are just answers from husbands and wives from our
if they're
poll.
totally different from you, then please get on our Instagram and start taking our polls, and then we'll get your feedback too.
Yeah, man.
Okay. A number two for husband superpowers is protecting and providing a sense of security.
Yeah.
That is like why most women get married is for a sense of security. And that's what most women agree to on superpower for a man.
I agree. I've not always followed that, so I have lacked in that area a little bit.
Okay, you try. Number three is listening attentively. Like listening, like a man that can really listen. That's what women said was a
Yeah,
superpower.
that's a good one.
Because I think a lot of men, I don't know, I'm only married to one, but something goes in one ear, kind of goes out the other. Maybe they're kind of listening, but maybe they're distracted. I don't know. I think women do the same thing, but I think
I
listening more intently is more something that women truly, really
and
desire.
I feel like in this day and age, both men and women struggle with this just because our there's so much thrown at us so often. It's
Right.
really hard to like mentally have that attention span. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. Like I love
Mhm.
talking to you. I'm just saying like we're in general, we're constantly bombarded with so many things.
Right.
Our minds are filled with so many things. It is harder to concentrate.
It is. Phones are not helping at all.
But honestly, like there's nothing better than having a great conversation with your spouse. Like that's
Hopefully,
awesome.
hopefully.
Yeah,
Some
I love
people,
it.
I hope that's true for
We
most
talk about
people.
all the time, like going on walks and sitting in the hot tub, whatever, and just having great conversations like that. We joke around in our marriage that I'm probably more like the woman to where I like to talk more maybe than Amy does.
I'm
So
like, I've been with you all day.
yeah, like what are
What do
we
you
going to
still
talk
have to
about? Like
talk
you
about?
want to still talk about things like zip it, put a zip on it, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Oh, number four is being reliable and consistent. Like saying you're going to do something and doing it. And I know that you're like, these are not superpowers. These are just things that he should know or already do. They are superpowers because that this is what makes a relationship so super. You like
I
that quote? Yeah.
yeah,
You
that
want
was
your
awesome.
marriage to be super.
Here's the
Be good
powers.
at these.
Here's the powers you got to.
They're simple.
Yeah.
They're simple. Like Superman
Well,
can fly. That's
it
simple.
should be simple. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be simple.
No, I think on that one, there's a lot to that. Like, I think knowing that there'd be nothing more uncomfortable for a spouse, husband or wife, like walking on eggshells, like having no idea what's going to set your spouse off. Are they going to be in a good mood, a bad mood? Like just not knowing where you stand, like constantly just like being on edge. Like that would be a horrible feeling and situation to be in. And luckily,
Being on edge,
I
where did that come from?
no, you're saying like being dependable, being
Oh,
what's
are you
something
saying, well, it's reliable,
reliable,
consistent?
consistent. Yeah. Like I think all those knowing what your spouse is going to do or how they're going to react to something. so that you don't have to guess.
So I was thinking more like if you say you're going to take out the trash in 5 minutes, do it in five
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
If you
yeah, yeah.
say you're going to change a light bulb, do it, do it. Like I think a lot of women complain that I ask them to do it and then I ask them to do it and then all of a sudden I'm nagging and it's my fault that I'm a nagger because he says he's going to do something and he doesn't do it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Okay.
That's consistency is like seriously a superpower when it comes to men. Like when you're consistent, she can trust you. That is a really big, I don't want to say just superpower, it's a turn on.
What
It's
if
super
you're
attractive.
what if you're consistently bad, but you're consistent?
Not good.
Yeah,
Not
just
good.
clarify.
Doesn't counteract
Gotcha.
that. And number five, superpower that a husband has is continually pursuing his wife and understanding, not just doing it, but understanding how important that is. Dating her, romancing her, just still like pursuing and dating her. Like that's like a lot of husbands have stopped doing that. They're like, oh, I already got you. Why do I need to keep doing that? And husbands that are constantly like trying to date his wife and be romantic,
Yeah,
that's
those
a
are good.
superpower. Like women want that. That was on the list.
I like it. I think that's a great list. I
That's a
like
great
those.
list. It's not hard things, guys. Not hard. You could be a super husband by just looking around and doing stuff, protecting and helping her feel secure, listening, like really listening, being reliable and consistent, and pursuing your wife. Like those five things on the top of the list. Super husband right there. Super
All
husband.
right. Well,
Okay.
I some women would not like the last one. Some women would not like to be pursued.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I think
Why?
uh
What wife would not want to be pursued?
I don't know. Like we just get messages from people that are like, yeah.
I don't mean sexually. I mean
Well, I
dating.
mean,
What
but
there's wives out there that don't want to be taken on a date? You get messages like
uh
that?
we've gotten a few.
They don't want to be taken on a date?
Well, I don't know. Maybe pursuit could look different in a lot of ways.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
Okay,
Let's
I
move.
have never gotten an email or a message from wives saying I don't want my husband to continue pursuing me.
Okay, well, maybe let's go off your poll.
Let's go off the poll. We're just not going to say what we think. We're going to talk about what you guys think. Wife's superpowers. Already talked about it. Initiating intimacy. Super hard for most wives, especially in their 40s and 50s, going through perimenopause and menopause. Super hard, super hard. When you do it, it's a superpower.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Super wife right there when you do it, even if you don't want to do it.
Yeah,
Agreed? That's what
100%.
husband said.
100%.
That's what husband said. Superpower for the
Okay.
women. What?
Well, in marriage, I mean, that's what a lot of marriage is, right? Like a lot of times we both spouses do things that maybe we aren't jumping up and down to do, but they're important for the marriage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
And
a guy can't expect her to be like, oh, can't wait to be intimate tonight when she's like, I'm just doing this for the marriage. And I'm really not
yeah, I
thinking
get
about
that.
it. It's not like on the top of my party list. I'm doing it for you. So that's where it gets really tricky is because it
For
comes
sure.
like, you got to want it. You got to be into it. You got to be excited about it. I'm like, well, you're not really excited about looking around and cleaning the house. Like, you just do it, right?
No, but I'm just making a point in all seriousness. Like a lot of things we do in marriage, like we do for the health of the relationship,
Right.
right?
Or just because you're an adult. Yeah.
And because it's important to your spouse, right? Like there's a lot of things I do for you that I'm not jumping up and down to do, but I love you and I want to do them for you because it's important to you.
What do you do for me that you don't love to do? Just to putting him on the spot.
Oh, you totally put me on
Putting
the
me on the
spot.
spot.
Clean up dog poop.
Oh, that's a good example. They're my dogs, and he did not want them.
And there's three of them.
Yeah, yeah,
And let's
that's a
just
good
say
one.
there's landmines everywhere in the backyard after
But
three
don't you usually
days.
just kind of go over it with the lawnmower?
No, that's not a good idea. Trust me.
You used to.
Not a good idea. Men know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but to me, I'm like,
You used to just do it with the lawnmower
this job sucks, but,
because you got
uh,
yourself a stupid electric lawnmower. That's why, huh?
but the dogs are Amy's babies, and I know that's important, so
That was a good
I'll clean
example.
up
I thought you were gonna
landmines.
say clean the house. I'm like, no, don't,
No, no,
no, no.
clean up, clean up
Yep,
the
that's
landmines.
a good one. That's a good one. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. Okay. Are you serious or joking?
No, the fact that you
Because no one
do
likes to
that
do that.
and you don't even complain anymore. You used to complain, now you don't even complain.
Oh, I superpower. I got a
Superpower.
superpower.
He's got a superpower. Number two, superpower. Women, do you want this superpower? Giving your husband peace and calm. Like being his peace, not being that naggy, whiny wife, which I'm sometimes guilty of, like bringing down his peace. Like when he, like the post we just did, like when he comes in from work, are you giving him peace? Are you giving him a good embrace, a loving embrace? Are you like, gosh, you're like so late. Like I'm exhausted. Where have you been? Like it's just, you know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
A lot of husbands have a lot to say on that one. So that's a superpower, ladies. Next one, and these are so
Or
easy,
or it could be allowing your husband to have peace. Like
which
being okay,
looks
like
like
just saying, "Hey, go do your sauna for an hour or go do this for an hour." You know what I mean? And being okay with it. Like just
I am
allowing
definitely okay
space.
with that. That gives me my own peace.
Oh, so we're both like super powered
I'm like, yay,
equals.
he's going to the sauna for an hour. Bye. I get an
All
hour to
right, there you
myself.
go.
It's like a win-win.
Win-win.
Win-win. Okay, expressing appreciation and gratitude regularly. Husbands just want their wives to be like, thank you for working hard. Is that a superpower? Would
Yeah,
you agree
for
with that?
sure. Yeah, like even just a little bit of appreciation, regardless what it is, goes beyond a long way. Like it can change everything. Just feeling appreciated.
Right.
And I mean, it doesn't it doesn't have to be with everything. Like even just with like little things. Like thank you so much for doing this or thank you so much for doing this. Like just the little things.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Like
Making, well, this kind of goes hand in hand with number one, making your husband feel desired.
yeah.
Sexually, emotionally, just as a man, whatever that looks like to him.
And if you don't just lie, just pretend that you desire us.
Superpower is just make him feel like that, however
Yeah,
that
yeah.
works.
Just don't say anything, just pretend, just act. It's all good.
You're gonna get some hate mail for that one.
Okay, I'm making a joke.
Okay.
People,
I hope they know that.
hopefully the listeners know when I'm kind of just joking around and we're playing and things
I
like
don't
that.
know. Sometimes you get emails, and I'm like, I don't think they
That's
thought you
true.
were
I gotta be
joking.
careful because some of our reviews are like, I cannot believe he said that. I'm like, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh, that's because they
I'm
listen to like
joking.
30 seconds. They're like, I hate them. Turn it
I
off.
hate them. I cannot
Yeah.
believe he said that. That's horrible advice. Hopefully they know when I'm joking and when I'm serious.
I
I
sorry
guess
if you
we'll
don't.
find out.
Sorry if you don't. It seems like we get to find out in the reviews.
You know what? This is our podcast, so I'm kidding.
Making her husband feel desired was literally again on the list after already initiating. So that
A
just shows
double,
you that
a,
superpower.
a
We
double
did
superpower.
I did a video on a superpower that a wife has is initiating with her husband, and I got like a couple million, I think, million and a half. Like that just shows you
Yeah,
that that is a superpower. The men were like, "Yep, yep, 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 yep."
it really is. And
So when
yeah,
you can make your spouse feel super loved, that's a super loved superpower.
superpower.
If you can super love, you're got a superpower. Okay. Number five on the man's list. Tell me if this is right. Creating a warm, inviting home and environment. Just her making it a home. You know, they say all the time, man gets the house, women make it a home.
I agree.
Is that a superpower? Would you put something
Yeah.
else there?
No,
I
I think
was shocked by
that's
that one.
great.
I was shocked by
I
that one.
think my interpretation of that is like when a husband comes home, it's just like a safe, good place where he can relax and be himself and rather than like the other video we did sitting in the car and being like, oh
Well,
man,
that's what I
like
was talking about with the peace one,
yeah,
being his
yeah,
peace, but
exactly.
also creating a home of peace, right? So I out of those five things, like yeah, I kind of feel like number two and five are the same thing. Be a peace, create a peaceful home, be somewhere he wants to come home to after work. And the
Yeah.
other one was make him feel desired. Like it's really all appreciation, desire, and make giving him peace. Like
And,
that's kind of
and
what it
and
was.
if you listen to these things, like we have so many podcast episodes talking about every single thing, and sometimes it can get overwhelming, like, oh my heck, I gotta do all these things.
Hey,
In reality, so many of those things fall under the category of like these things. Like
mhm.
if you keep things simple and just
Right.
like we're reading this list and do the simple and little things, it's just going to have a trickle effect into so many other aspects of your
Well,
relationship
and
or
I
marriage.
well, and I don't want this podcast to be like listy, like, oh, here's the 10 things I have to
Yeah.
do today. Like today's podcast literally be like, I want that superpower. Or I'm gonna do right now, how to discover your spouse's superpower and 6 questions to ask. After I read these, I would love for every like wife and husband to go have
Go
this
have a
discussion and
discussion.
be like, I just want one of these superpowers. Which superpower would you love me to have? And your husband's like, dang, I would love more than anything just to come home from work, have a nice home cooked meal. That's all that is a superpower to me. And she's like, dang, that's good to know, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, it really comes down to
Yeah, because a
talking,
lot of times we assume we know what our spouse wants, and we try to just getting back like the
right,
love languages. We assume because this is what we want, that's what they want,
right.
and I love it if you just have the simple conversation and just say, "Hey, what's something that I can do better, or what's something that you need," and hear from them.
And don't overthink this. It literally is like have a quick discussion, like what superpower out of this would you love me to have? And just work on that one thing, right? No matter whatever your stage is in your marriage, like you can come up with one thing to do better.
Yeah,
Okay, so here's 6 questions to ask to figure out what's your superhero or what you want your spouses to be, or to know what yours is. One, what is one thing I do that feels like my superpower in making you feel loved or appreciated?
it's a good one.
I would think that you would say initiate, but I could be wrong.
You be right.
We'll see how good I know Nick. Number
Uh-oh.
two, when do you feel safest and most at peace with my superpower showing up in our marriage? Number three, how do I use my superpower to make you feel desired or wanted? What is something I do without being asked that you think of as my superpower? Which of my actions feels like a superpower that creates emotional connection between us? And what is one way I can show up using my superpower more intentionally in our marriage?
I like that. Those are good questions.
Those are good questions. And even if you just pick a couple of those questions or just find out what the superpower even is that you have that they love, I think that could be
Or
awesome.
the areas that maybe you're lacking that you don't even know. Just having those great conversations will change so many things as we always talk about.
So be a super spouse. That's the goal this week. Super spouse.
All right, I'm going to put on my superhero costume.
I did get
And
your costume in the mail today for Halloween, and I'm
uh-oh,
like
this is
really
gonna
scared
be
for him to put it on. He's
oh, it's just
so
gonna be
bad.
scary.
It is so bad.
Maybe we'll take a photo or video
Oh,
or something and post
I
it.
think that should be on social media.
Okay,
They're like,
we'll
they're thinking I'm really mean as a wife right now, but if you
you're really
saw it,
mean?
his chest hair is gonna be hanging out. His
Oh, I just shaved. I don't have
there's
chest
gonna
hair.
be like some shapes showing that should not be showing in this costume. It's gonna be
Oh,
wow.
I'm liking where you're going. In my costume, yeah,
That you picked.
that's gonna be scary.
That you
That's gonna
picked.
be
I don't think we
scary.
should reveal it yet.
Okay, well, we'll try it on and we'll decide if we're gonna share a photo with you of Amy's and my
You
costume.
might be so embarrassed that I'm like, you cannot go in public like that, babe.
Might
I
be,
love you too much
might be.
that you
I
can't
love
wear
you
that.
so much that I'm not gonna allow you to be seen in public like that or me to be seen.
And
That's
no,
what you're saying?
he's not a superhero this year. It is much more interesting.
Well, we'll see what
Uh,
I look like.
anyways,
So
anyways,
stay tuned for some pictures. Maybe,
maybe,
maybe.
maybe, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, our podcast is sponsored by the Ultimate Intimacy app.
Oh, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, the Ultimacy app is free to download at ultimateintimacy.com or the Apple App Store or on our website, ultimateintimacy.com. Once again, it
Doesn't
is
doesn't that have like a 4.9 out of 5-star rating?
and over 1 million plus downloads. Yes, it does.
Oh,
There's a
awesome.
reason for that. It is awesome. This podcast is also sponsored by our products at shop.ultimateintimacy.com. The very best hand selected products for your marriage. Hand selected, literally, and literally, we only keep stuff in our shop that's getting 5-star reviews, like 4.8 and above, because they're amazing.
If it sucks, it's gone.
It's gone. We are not going to sell stuff that sucks. And yeah. Oh, and our podcast is also sponsored by the brand new You and I app, youandiapp.com. It's like part book one and book two. It's
That's
got different
true.
features. It's amazing.
So we've had a
Video.
lot of people ask us, why did you not just put everything in the Ultimate Intimacy app? So we'll answer this question. We had a lot of great things we wanted to put in there. We didn't want the Ultimate Intimacy app to get too overwhelming, too confusing, too cluttered.
Mhm.
So we just, and there's things that we want to continue to add to both apps down the road. We're constantly updating them and adding new things. And so we wanted to be able to do that and offer great products. The You and I app has a lot more like date night ideas, Harmony Home, where you can get
Mhm.
chore tasks,
Home balance.
home
Yeah.
balance. It, you know,
Those are our two big features in the other app, which are completely different. So,
yeah, and we
yeah.
also have, I mean, we also have a lot of like quizzes to get to know your personality type and different things like that. And then we have another new feature that we're in the process of adding. So,
Yeah.
anyways, check it out. We hope you like both apps,
Mhm.
and we could be working on another one as well. So.
Yeah, big stuff in store. So,
Anyways, we really appreciate all of you listening to the podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, please consider leaving us a review. I say this all the time. We should have way more reviews than we do. I know it's
we
hard to leave a
appreciate it.
review on a podcast where we're talking about these things, but
You
if
can
you
do
feel
it.
comfortable doing
You can
so,
do it
please do.
anonymously, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
under
Do
another
it
name. But
anonymously. You're the best, guys.
thanks so much, and we hope all of you find ultimate intimacy in your relationship.